and we are going to continue speaking about the Cosmos stack, everything that is happening. Also, a quick shout out to everyone who is watching at home. There's actually thousands of people from all over the globe watching live right now. Lovely how the space is so international and globally distributed. Now, we'll be speaking right now a little bit longer about the hub and, of course, Atom, and really how they're both powering this big, beautiful, new economy that we're building together. I'm very, very pleased to welcome on stage Nico Poggi, once again, of Cosmos Labs. Please be very, very welcome on stage and put your hands together for Nicolas. And he will be speaking about what's ahead for those matters that I just mentioned, right? The hub and Atom. Alongside yourself, there will be other people joining you later correctly. Thanks for being here.
We're going to have a dynamic talk as well with a little people coming on stage. As we've seen across the day, we've had Barry and Mag speak about the market we're entering with enterprise, the opportunity we have ahead of us at Cosmos. And now we're going to talk a little bit about the hub. We still have Vlad and the hackathon with Devin's workshop coming later today, so please don't miss those. We're very, very excited to see what projects you come up with. The hub and Atom in this new market. It's one of the questions that we hear a lot, and one of the biggest discussions around the community and the ecosystem of how we integrate the Cosmos Hub, the primary chain of this ecosystem, and one of the original ones using the Cosmos stack, and the primary asset of that chain, Atom. A little bit about me. Today, you've heard my last name pronounced correctly for the first time in my life, I think, which is great. Besides that, I've been working in blockchain for the last couple of years, around 8. It's been since IPFS when it brought me to the space, to moving across different protocols, Ethereum, and always following along Cosmos that now I'm very gladly to build on and support. Let's do a quick recap. We've been hearing from Mag, Barry, the rest of the team, and a lot of wonderful conversations from the panelists that joined us today about the opportunity that we have. We do have institutions, leading Fortune 500s that we never expected to come on chain, coming on chain. They are choosing to build sovereign blockchains, meaning layer ones, dedicated chains for the use cases. And Cosmos, both technologically speaking and in positioning on the market, is not only one of the most trusted solutions out there, but one of the most sturdy, the Sherman tank, as Max said. So we have the best tech, we have a market with a stack ready to go to attack it. Where does the Atom and the Cosmos Hub fit into this? We see a lot of opportunities from the conversations with our customers of services, features, and multiple products that they need to power and service these new blockchains that come onto market and that can serve thousands, if not billions, of users that they're bringing from their existing Fortune 500s and products, governments coming on chain. These are things like, of course, integrating Atom and the Cosmos Hub through a fee and revenue system via the adoption of the stack. The hub providing specific services and infrastructure to the chains that these institutions are building, something we've discussed already. IBC Eureka is a prime example of this. How do we provide a single point of connection to all the other chains and ecosystems you want to connect with? Very efficient pathway. Hub-powered asset issuance. We've been speaking about the opportunity of tokenization and how institutions of all sizes are coming on chain with very, very different and complex tokenization needs. The hub can be an asset issuance platform. And all of this is going to require neutral rails of connectivity and interoperability. Connectivity between CBDC networks, different central banks that are connecting their economies. Connectivity between businesses, organizations like Revolut coming on chain and wanting to access primitives on other chains like Injective, like commodities. Neutral rails for interoperability can happen with the Cosmos Hub, Atom, and IBC. But for us to move into this direction, there seems to be there we go. We need to build better fundamentals for the Cosmos Hub and Atom. We have the compelling use cases. We have a wonderful market, as you've seen from all the people coming in here to speak, all the projects that have been launching on Cosmos in the last 6 months alone with Figure, Ondo. But the current tokenomics are built for a different world. They're built for the world Cosmos was in 5, 10 years ago. Interchain security, high inflation model that was fit to serve and pay for the security model. But it doesn't leave a lot of room for other use cases or other opportunities. So the pressure of this model is a little bit old and also too high on the other use cases that we might want to be exploring. There is a chance for us to change this and capture this big opportunity that we have on the market and relieve the pressure. We're not going to speak about how the model might look like today, but the process we're going to take to change it and find a place that makes more room for all of these new use cases that we discussed to succeed. We want to work hand in hand with the ecosystem, the community, the different stakeholders that participate in the Cosmos Hub, Cosmos, and Atom itself, including many validators that are here, to achieve this. To do this, there's 3 main initiatives that we're going to be pushing across the Cosmos Hub and the Atom ecosystem. First, the Hub unit, the team dedicated to the Cosmos Hub at Cosmos Labs, is growing. Many people probably from the community have seen a new face running around. He's here right on stage next to us, Robo, Robo Macobo for many, who has joined to lead the ecosystem growth unit at the Cosmos Hub. We also have Haifa. Haifa has been running the testnet program and helping validators maintain the hub and the health of the hub through upgrades across the years. They are joining us now more closely to help with the development of the Cosmos Hub itself, with a roadmap that we set together with the community, governance, and Cosmos Labs. We're going to be kicking off new ecosystem and community growth initiatives, and there's new features coming to the roadmap of the hub. We're also reworking the delegation program. We're going to improve the program itself, that today is quite limited in scope, to make sure that we're pushing for the best metrics of hub health, uptime. We want to incentivize validators even further to push themselves. We want to open up again the reward streams for tooling and positive initiatives that are being built on the ecosystem. The delegation program right now is mostly retroactive or passive, meaning we're delegating without many active rewards for new dashboards, validator tooling that help people improve the health and decentralization of the hub, or better run chains. And we're also reevaluating the tokenomics design of Atom and the Cosmos Hub. And we're going to run a community initiative to do this. It's going to be multi-stage, of course, including an RFP or a request for proposal, so that we do research, learn what models can fit these new use cases and products that we're building for the Cosmos Hub, Cosmos in itself, and build a system that's intentional and responsibly transition to that. We're going to have multiple feedback venues for this, and we're going to dive a little bit more deeply into that later in this talk. Now, first let me go a little bit into the Cosmos Hub unit and the initial technical roadmap. Many folks here that I see in the audience participating in the governance forum. One of the most recent upgrades that was requested and we're going to push through with Haifa is the token factory installation, so that tokens can be issued in the Cosmos Hub. And then all the wonderful upgrades to the Cosmos Stack Comet, specifically in performance that Barry has been presenting a couple of minutes ago. We're going to start upstreaming and working to the Cosmos Hub. To talk specifically about the delegation program, I wanted to welcome, also as a baptism of fire, and welcome to the team, Robo Macobo, who's going to run you through the program itself.
Thank you, Nico. Hey, everyone. I'm Robo. And thank you. I've joined Cosmos Labs to lead ecosystem growth for all things Cosmos Hub. Here to talk to you today about the delegation program work that we've been doing and how we hope to kind of work with validators to implement that over the next several weeks. So We redesigned this program from the ground up with a couple of core goals in mind. We want to strengthen decentralization of the hub even further. We want to do things like improve governance participation, which has been a bit of an issue for the hub lately. Increase validator uptime, and overall just improve validator health to help push some of these stack improvements and make them even more performant on the hub. We also want to find a new way to reward contributions that validators and other vendors are making to the hub, the stack, and the network. And as Nico said, make this a little bit more proactive rather than retroactive. So a couple of ways that we're going to do this. We're going to migrate to an automated system, something more simple on the application process for validators. And it'll be mostly automated, so most validators won't even have to apply. Every quarter, the system will be readjusted, and if you qualify, you'll get delegations. We'll also be doing a bit more targeted outreach to validators and vendors for specific services for the hub. So this could be things like marketing, technical improvements, dashboards, validator tooling, things like this. And critically, it'll be targeted on very open and transparent RFPs that anyone can apply to, and we'll select the best vendor based on those individual needs. Outside of that, we're going to be working on several new builder initiatives, reworking existing grants, but also working with new providers to help bring new initiatives to the hub for builders and help participate in research. Outside of that, we're also onboarding a global ambassador and media network. So if this is something that you think would be a good fit for you, if you're an ambassador, a news outlet, a media partner, please reach out to us because this is something we feel really passionate about and something that we want to work with folks on. I know that wasn't a lot, but more details are going to be coming on this soon. Now, the major ask that we have for folks, especially validators, is please come talk to us while we're here. We want to give you more detail on the delegation program, how you can qualify, and get your feedback to make sure as many validators as possible are heard. If you're watching the stream, DM me on Twitter or Telegram at Robo McGobo. And yeah, really looking forward to talking with you about that. So now I'm going to bring Nico back up to talk a little bit more in detail on something that we're really excited to work on with the community, which is the Atom Tokenomics research.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Robo. And we'll get into the meat of the bone. How are we going to push this process to rethink and redesign the Atom Tokenomics to fit the new market, the new products, and the new opportunities that we've been talking about today with Cosmos building for the world of global finance and enterprise. As we've seen, there's many opportunities out there. We want to capture them with better fundamentals, and we want to do it together with a community. We designed a process that fits that premise. We want to learn as much as we can about the existing tokenomics of the Cosmos Hub so that we can test and simulate multiple new models for tokenomics. What if we build X product on the hub? Then the tokenomics should fit that. Or what's the most flexible system that allows us to build multiple levers, multiple integrations that better make use of the Cosmos Hub and integrate Atom at the core of the utility layer. We want to chart a transition plan because we do want to make this a responsible and thought-out move. There's a lot of stakeholders involved in this community, validators, the community itself, holders, builders, projects across all layers of Cosmos. After we have a good plan that we think has a shape and form that can well integrate Atom into this new world, we want to chart a healthy transition plan to de-risk any possibilities that could affect or impact the rest of the ecosystem as well. With that, we would have a pretty complete plan designed, and we can think about the launch itself. All of this, we're going to do hand in hand with the community and with the help of research vendors through a process that's going to look a little bit like this. We're going to request for proposals starting as soon as after Cosmoverse, working with Robo and the ecosystem team to gather feedback from everybody in Cosmos, chain validators, holders, community members. What does this RFP need to look like? From our end, of course, we have thoughts about how it might look like in terms of the products we are building and the market that we're targeting. With that, we'll craft an RFP, begin the research phase. We'll begin information gathering. And with all thoughts and pieces aligned, we'll be able to make an analysis and design a proposal. We're going to make this differently, of course, than many of the other attempts that have happened. We're going to do this publicly, end to end. We're going to involve all stakeholders across multiple stages to make sure that it's not a shock or a surprise what we're going to be doing together or the models that we explore. We don't want to do something closed doors. We want to do, again, simulations and tests. We're taking a product-driven approach with this. We need to research, find ideas, validate those ideas, and then we can take them onto the Cosmos Hub and Atom tokenomics model. And we'll propose a recommendation with alternatives. A big difference from the past is not an this or nothing plan. There's probably multiple ways this can shape up, and we want to be, again, very responsible and involve the community in public in shaping what these options can look like. Timelines, how to get involved. Reach out to us. That's the main CTA, and we'll be reaching out to you across the conference itself. Robo, Barry, Mag, and me, we are, of course, available online. But shortly after Cosmoverse, we're also going to spin up working groups, feedback initiatives to rally the community and start getting these inputs. We expect that will take us a couple weeks, of course, and through the end of the year, building and designing the RFP that we'll take out to the different researchers that we will engage with. And onto that, with the researchers running and our team as well running different research and information gathering initiatives, we expect early next year to get our results back, sit with the community, make an analysis, design a couple options for the Atom tokenomics, and make a proposal. We're very, very excited about this, not only because there's so many amazing things happening in Cosmos, but because we think finally now is the right time. Usually the issue with this question is, what do we design it for? And now we have an opportunity. We have a market that's clearly working for Cosmos. We have customers that want to build here, and then marketing payments and stablecoins that we can really make a difference globally. So now it's an amazing time to be taking on this initiative. If you're a researcher, a validator, a builder in our community, reach out to us. You see Robo's handle now on screen, but our handles are also as well on the rest of the slides. Reach out to me on Twitter, QX. Nico, join the forum at forum.cosmos.network or the Cosmos OG chat on Telegram. We're going to be spinning up working groups very soon, and we're going to make those announcements right after Cosmoverse. Again, we're super excited about this. It's going to be a lot of work, but we think it is the time to take on this challenge. This is the last of the talks from Cosmos Labs in this roadmap pillars. We've seen Cosmos in its new market and the opportunity we're facing. The roadmap for the technical stack, the platform, and what we're building so that more people in the enterprise and finance world can benefit from building Cosmos chains. And now, what we want to do to integrate the Cosmos Hub and Atom to this vision. Let me bring Barry and Mag back on stage so that we can do a little closer on where we'll be in the coming months. Maybe I'll move to the side because there are so many.
So thank you, Nico. Just to recap for everyone, one, we're so grateful that all of you guys are here and are engaged in participating in the ecosystem. There's a huge opportunity ahead of us. It's literally a multi-trillion, quadrillion-dollar opportunity. And we're incredibly well positioned to capture it. As I talked about in my talk, we think that the Cosmos stack, with the unique combination of connectivity and control that it offers, is super, super powerful for enterprises today, and that there's a lot more that we can do to improve it top to bottom to make it a really powerful operating system for enterprises as they come on chain. Across performance, the EVM, connectivity, and this pillar of control. And I'm so excited to get to do that, and we really hope that you guys participate in that process over the next year.
Just to add to that, big thanks to the entire Cosmos Labs team for presenting today. A lot of people for their first time presenting, so big shout out to them as well. I think the message I want to leave you with is we have an opportunity right now to change as an ecosystem, right? And there's a lot of pieces that go into that. This is not just Cosmos Labs and everybody else, right? This is Cosmos Labs, the validators, the individuals at this conference. This is Cito and his incredible marketing team behind Cosmoverse. Everyone here needs to play a role if we want this to be successful, because this is your ecosystem, right? It's not just us. And I think when it comes to Atom and the hub and how those things fit into where we're going, we need to make a decision. Do we want to evolve Atom to fit the model that we need? Or do we want to sort of leave it as it is, right? Because a lot of things need to change in the right order for this to be a successful go-to-market. And so I've never felt more confident personally in the entire Cosmos Labs team, in the Cosmos community, in the incredible projects that are building on our technology. And my one thing that I want to say is just thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for participating in this vision, participating in this technology movement, and have a great conference.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you, Barry and Mag, for those beautiful closing words. The CDAs, again, reach out to us. We'll be talking about all of this in public with everybody in the ecosystem, and we want you to join us in crafting the future of Cosmos in the world of global finance. Thank you so much.